Once again, YouTube, you didn't ask for this, but lo and behold, here we are again. I'm MB Elkins.
And I'm Joe Steele, and this is MB&J Movie Madness.
And tonight, we're going to talk about those exquisite movies that both came out around the same time that are essentially the same plot to a T. So this is going to be part one of 2 episodes, because we have 10 films that we're both going to talk about, and we're going to do 5 sets today, and 5 sets later.
Absolutely.
And the first set is we're going to start back in 1989. James Cameron did a deep-sea sci-fi thriller called The Abyss.
Yes.
And that's a good movie, isn't it?
Very good movie.
It's a very good movie.
I enjoy it.
You know what happened also in 1989?
No.
Not just one movie that's copycatting it, but like 3 or 4 of them. The best one, the one we're going to talk about, is Leviathan, starring Peter Weller from RoboCop.
I was too busy being born. I didn't see it.
You didn't see it.
It's okay.
Leviathan is a very fun monster movie. It's a ripoff of Alien, but very similar to The Abyss.
Yeah.
The other ones were Deep Star 6 and Endless Descent and Lords of the Deep, and they're all garbage.
Yeah.
But The Abyss versus Leviathan are the ones that we kind of focus on. Yeah. Ultimately, The Abyss is a better movie.
I agree.
But
I haven't seen Leviathan, but I can tell you I love The Abyss.
Here we go. The Abyss is the only movie out of all of those slew where the aliens or they're nice.
Yeah.
Everything else is more of a monster movie threat.
And that's actually one of the few movies I like the extended edition better.
But the tidal waves.
The tidal wave's about to hit, and you're like, oh, crap. It was really good.
But, I mean, even though that is threatening, they're trying to get humanity to stop nuking each other.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Thanks.
They're like the day the Earth stood still aliens.
That makes sense.
Isn't that what it is? Yeah, it's kind of like they're coming down and be like, hey, you need to be nicer to each other.
Yeah, you hear that, Putin? You hear that, Trump?
Exactly.
You best be getting, or aliens are going to kill us.
What's our next set?
Next one is 1993. We had 2 cowboy western movies come up, and I love me a good western.
Yes.
We had legendary Tombstone.
Yes.
And Wyatt Earp.
Forgettable.
It was. Now,
I have nothing against Kevin Costner or Dennis Quaid.
No.
But when I think of Wyatt Earp, I think of Kurt Russell.
Val Kilmer.
And I think of Val Kilmer and Doc Holliday.
I mean, ultimately, they're following the same character. It's about Wyatt Earp, and it's all about the OK Corral shootout.
Yes.
And it's Val Kilmer's best role of his entire career.
Now, Wyatt Earp did come out the year later, but still, it's 93, 94. It's close enough.
There's not really, in my mind, it's not a comparison. I've watched Wyatt Earp, and it was good. And here's one of those things. I've talked to people that it's the only movie they've seen, and if you haven't seen Tombstone, watch it. And it's going to be hard for you to compare it because you fell in love with that one first, and I get that. But we're talking about strictly from our personal, Tombstone is the money.
Our favorite one. Third one on our list is going to be, back in 1997, there was a lot of eruptions in Hollywood.
Don't hold my hand when you say eruptions.
There's a lot of eruptions going on right now. We had a fun thriller that was semi-scientific called Dante's Peak.
Very good.
With Pierce Brosnan.
Remington Steele.
And at the time, he was doing 007, James Bond.
Absolutely.
And he went to the little quintessential town, and the big volcano was
going
to erupt. And it was a fun roller coaster ride. Guess what came out a few months later? Tommy Lee Jones signed up to do Volcano.
Oh.
Let's have a volcano in Los Angeles. I remember the tagline says, "You will have a hell lava time." It was more like the volcano is Drano. God, that movie was bad.
Yeah.
But it scared you as a kid, didn't it?
Both movies scared me. Dante's Peak scared me when they turn on the water and it changed colors. And in the morning I was afraid that one of these days I would turn it on. It was going to change colors and we were all going back to the volcano. The other one though in Volcano, when the guy jumps in the subway.
He just melts like, ah!
And my mom was like, hey, let's take the subway. I was like, no! Why would... No!
Dante's Peak was much better though at a slow burn because remember there was the 2 lovers that would go up to the hot springs and they boiled.
Oh yeah.
And then there was fun kills in that. Grandma loses her legs in the lake that turns into acid.
Yeah.
Dante's Peak was an all around better movie. It's still silly, but it's smarter and more well rounded.
I agree.
What's your fourth?
All right, 1998. We have our beautiful Pixar. After Toy Story, they decided, let's do Bug's Life.
Okay, good.
And then DreamWorks was like, ants, duh.
Never saw it.
Yeah, okay.
I know it's ants. Woody Allen.
No, here's the thing. This is one that, they came out at the same time. They're very similar visually, but premise-wise, they're a little bit different.
Okay.
But they're still pretty much the same. They're knockoffs.
I love Bug's Life. I love Kevin Spacey.
Well, you got Sylvester Stallone in Ants, and you've got Woody Allen in Ants. And it's pretty much Woody Allen being himself, and Sylvester Stallone being a roided out... Well,
himself.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It's weird. But Bug's Life is 1,000 times better. I watched Ants and didn't realize that every line coming out of Sylvester Stallone's mouth was a joke. Was a male enhancement joke, pretty much.
some sort of sexual
and he like literally is making out with another ant, and they got like 6 legs. I'm like, wow, this is a thing.
Wow.
So, but Bug's Life, Hopper was amazing.
I'll take Bug's Life.
I like it.
I probably will never see ants.
It's okay.
Our last comparison of two movies versus each other.
This is hard.
I think they're both very good movies.
They're incredible.
In 1998, we had Saving Private Ryan and Thin Red Line.
I love those movies.
Everyone loves Spielberg, of course.
Yes.
And Saving Private Ryan is an epic portrayal of
yeah.
World War II. Every time I watch that movie, I'm going to weep.
Oh, no, you can't. If you don't cry when you're watching the movie. Interesting fact, Vin Diesel's first role.
Yes!
He gets shot by the sniper.
Yes, that's right. But then when you see Thin Red Line, it's sweeping, grandiose beauty and just these long shots and just all of the different actors scattered around that never really interact with each other in the film. They have all their individual stories.
Absolutely.
I remember analyzing that movie in film school. God, it was beautiful. And Hans Zimmer, I think, did the score to that one.
Hans Zimmer did the score to that one, and John Williams did the score for Saving Private Ryan. Two of my favorite composers. And they're so good. Yeah. They're both so different. The espionage suspense of Thin Red Line was really good. There really wasn't a suspense for Saving Private Ryan. You're watching as more of watching.
It's this brotherhood.
Exactly.
And these guys are starting to kind of get picked off, sacrificing for whoever this guy Ryan is. Of course, it's Matt Damon at the end. Sorry if you haven't seen it. But at the end of the day, I will still probably have to say if I'm going to just pull out one of those movies and watch them, it's going to be Saving Private Ryan.
I'll split this into two. If I'm picking the one I like to watch more, Saving Private Ryan. If I'm picking the one I like listening to the soundtrack more, it's Thin Red Line.
Okay,
good. Both really good.
Very good. So this is the first half. We have 5 other films that we're going to do a little verses on
10
in our
films.
next episode. 10 more films,
5
sets.
comparisons.
Yes, 5 sets.
If you guys are liking what you're hearing, we appreciate it so much. Go ahead and throw and hit the subscribe button. That would really help us out. If there's any concepts or things you want to hear our top 10s, our favorite movies, or anything you want to hear us, go ahead and throw up in the comments. We'd love to hear those things.
Yes, we do.
And
that's going to be it.
I think that was it.
Yeah. Have a sandwich.
I will.
Raining, is it snowing, is it... Are we rolling? Oh, good.
We are rolling now.
Oh, good!
No laughing. This is a serious project where we talk about serious things. Like feelings.